Well, hello again, and today we're in a really nicely spec'd Icon New School Volcanic Black FJ43. It is production number 192, and it started life with what was left of a 1964 FJ40 that was practically beyond salvation. So let's take her for a drive, and I'll tell you about all the details. I really like the FJ43s because it's close to the classic Shorty 40 wheelbase enough that it retains that general vibe and all that goodness. And it's not such a long wheelbase that it's hell on a trail, but it rides smoother. You've got room for 6, you've got room for a ton of gears, and it just works out really nice. So as I mentioned, this truck is a 1964 year model, and it's the 192nd Icon FJ in our build series. We should have a party at 200, don't you think? This truck for a new school is spec'd out kind of how I'd spec out my own if I had one. Something with the new school package being so industrial and technical that it really leans into our volcanic black body powder coat finish, I think really more than any others. I mean, Rocky Mountain was our original color, and to a lot of people that's still the quintessential Icon FJ finish. But the volcanic black with the smooth black trim and wheels and everything is just mean and nasty and ready to rock. This truck's really nicely set up. He's got the optional removable roof rack, special ordered with no side perimeter elevated guards, so he can run paddle boards and all sorts of stuff. And also we did the extruded floor, which is kind of off menu option, so he can climb up that ladder and do field photography and all sorts of fun stuff, especially when you're camping. It's nice to get away from the rattlesnakes, right? He also did the full width LED lighting system at the top of the front windshield, and of course the standard LED lights, Icon branded, that are built into the front bull bar. Hiding behind the license plate, mandated by his state, is the worn winch. And then of course we have the usual Icon recovery gear bag full of pentals and gloves and tree wraps and all the nifty stuff you'll need if you actually use your winch. Shockingly, a lot of people never do, and when they do, it's to pull somebody else out of a situation, not themselves, I'm proud to say. Specifically, it's been a while, but we switched to the worn Xeon 10S 10,000 pound winch. They're really nice. They maintain a classic look with a proper metal housing. We upgrade them to a synthetic lead. They're super stout, really strong. Other details in the nose include the Icon branded, subtly with the lizard, LED headlights that have the amber surround lights when you turn on your turn signals, because the factory turn amber signals on the front bib are kind of hidden by the bull bar and the winch, so we thought just a little bit safer. Of course, we have the famous 7-ply Icon soft top, so that's German canvas hearts, and then it's laminated to an insulatory barrier, and then another layer of German canvas on the inside. The result is arguably the quietest, stoutest, and best insulated soft top, at least I've ever seen on the market. I wish we could retail these, but the reality is they're really more a labor of love and a necessary element to keep the quality of our builds, but there's zero profit in them, and I think people complain at even what they cost us to build. YKK Marine rated Nike sourced zippers on that soft top and the removable half doors, and then the monkey balls from our buddies at Red Ox designed to keep the zippers from rattling and driving you nuts. Quick review in case you're new to the channel. These soft tops are designed so that the rear panel, as well as the sides, can very rapidly be unzipped and scrolled and clipped in the up position. Then the front doors, you have a zip to drop window, or you can use the provided toolkit and remove the entire upper door assembly. If you do that and you roll up your sides and rear, I think you have reached Icon FJ perfection, because then you're still in the shade, but you're really engaged and connected to the environment you're in without cooking the back of your neck. This truck also has a optional leather interior. This is the Moore & Giles leather that we've been using quite a bit lately. This one is somewhat more unique in that we perforated the inserts on the seats. That allows the carbon fiber two-stage heat blankets to penetrate the hide and get to your booty much quicker. This client also did a fun seating configuration. So instead of the drop-down one-piece tailgate, he did the two-piece left-right opening tailgate, added the amp research powered step to that first door. When it opens, ta-da, there's your step. Makes entry and exit from the rear of the vehicle quite simple. Alternately, you could always do the tuck and tumble seat on the passenger front seat, and you can come on in that way as well. Client did the 4 folding jump seats so that when they are in the stowed position, they do not get in the way of anything, and you have a fully unencumbered rear cargo deck area to play with. But then when you're bringing your friends along with you, put them down, and now you can seat 6. This client also did our optional door-mounted CNC'd aluminum powder-coated sports net map pockets, as well as an additional set in the back cargo area. As I sort of indirectly mentioned, he did do the seat heaters. Audio system is running the Pioneer NEX head unit, so that has tetherless CarPlay and the Android thingamajigger, which I can never remember what it's called, AM, FM, HD, as well as CD. This one also is equipped with the reverse camera that comes through the head unit, as well as with the XM satellite radio option. So other details, I mean, obviously the Rosen visors, they're on everything, they really rock. Other interior details, of course, the Icon Sport pedals, and then I rarely mention it because it's just natural to me, but it is worth noting for you that I hate plastic. So the door handles, the door pull handles, the parking brake handles, the seat hardware, pretty much everything inside is metal. There's really no plastic going on here. It's just so temporary. The only plastic I do allow is the steering wheel, which is actually designed for large mining trucks, mining equipment. So it's really more about durability, longevity, and resistance to the elements. So that is why that is there. We basically just take it out of the box from our supplier, but we do dress it up with the spun pewter Icon lizard in the center of the horn button. Mechanically, of course, we are featuring the General Motors aluminum block LS3 6.2, a fuel-injected V8. It's about 440 horse, 450 torque. Absolutely bulletproof engine. We're going to be very sad when we run out of the long blocks because GM has, unfortunately, discontinued the LS3s. So we'll start exploring the LTs and other possible options. For the transmissions, the gentleman who ordered this truck is a manly man. He ordered a proper 5-speed manual, specifically the Ace & Warner AX15, which I absolutely love. It's a bulletproof yet compact transmission with full synchros, really nice shifts, tight gates, great ratios. 5 speeds, but it's all you need really with a manual. That transmission, in turn, delivers power to the Atlas 2 twin-stick shift-on-the-fly part-time four-wheel drive transfer case, which then spins 1310 U-joints to custom JE real drive shafts, finally ending up at our overbuilt axle assemblies by our buddies at Curry Industries. So we chose Dana architecture, but they're high pinion. They're 100% brand new down to the cast housings, which we marine, prime, and powder coat. Believe it or not, industry standard is a good old rattle can from the hardware store. You see those 2 months later, it's appalling. So we powder coat the entire chassis assembly, as well as the axles, as well as all of the suspension armatures as well. In the rear is a high pinion Dana 60. In the front, high pinion 44 with fine spline axles. We're running the optional ARB locking differentials in the front and in the rear, along with a dedicated air compressor. This truck actually has a second air compressor, which frankly the ARB compressors do a perfectly fine job farting away and turning on and off the air lockers, but they really kind of suck if you intend to do anything else with them, which is why we offer the Viair option. So the Viair compressor has its own little pony tank. It's wonderful for inflating whatever. You're going out to the lake and you got a little dirigible with you and you want to go out, or rapid inflation of tires after an off-road air down adventure. Whatever, fixing the fence on the ranch, whatever you need to do, it's there and it's quite handy. This client also selected the option for the black ceramic coated exhaust. I'm glad he did, because it's only natural with this blacked out mean looking vehicle for the exhaust to also feature that lovely finish. For brakes, of course, we have the Icon Sport brakes made for us by our good friends at Brembo. They are hydro boosted, 2-piece oversized rotors, 6-piston calipers in the front, 4-piston in the rear, plus a dedicated single piston non-hydraulic parking brake caliper on both sides of the rear axle. We have the Icon New School forged aluminum 18-inch wheels on this truck with the spinning center caps. And as you may have noticed in recent times, we have transitioned from BF Goodrich, and now we're principally running Toyos on all of our products. However, you may have noticed this truck still has BFGs because that was the client's preference. We still love the tire, just availability's become a bit difficult, so we were able to get them for this and party on. We also have the Amp Research powered steps for the front doors, in addition to that rarely seen small one for the rear curbside door. So there you go. That's a wrap. That's all I got. As always, I really do appreciate your time and attention. If this isn't for you, but it might be for someone else, spread the word. It's how we stay in business and keep finding new members to add to the family. So be well, and we'll see you next week with yet another Icon.